September 2010, the United States Department of Justice issued important amendments to its regulations that implement Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act. These are applicable to state and local government entities, and also Title III of the ADA, which is applicable to the public accommodations, such as hotels, museums, restaurants, stores, and similar privately owned businesses that are open to the public. Except as noted, the new regulations took effect on March 15, 2011, and required compliance by March 15, 2012. Facilities built before January 26, 1992 are referred to as pre-ADA facilities. If there is an architectural barrier to accessibility in a pre-ADA facility, you may remove the barrier using the ADA Standards for Accessible Design or the UFAS as a guide. Or you may choose to make the program, service, or activity located in the building accessible by providing program access. Any facility built or altered after January 26, 1992 must be readily accessible to and usable by persons with disabilities. On September 15, 2010, the 2010 ADA Standards for Accessible Design was adopted by the Department of Justice. On March 15, 2011, it became effective. March 15, 2012, compliance with the 2010 standards was required for new construction and alterations and barrier removal. This 2010 update harmonizes the ADA guidelines with the Architectural Barriers Act guidelines for federal facilities and published them jointly. In addition, the Board and the International Code Council, the ICC, worked cooperatively to harmonize the ADA and the ABA guidelines and access provisions in the International Building Code, or the IBC. The 2010 ADA Standards for Accessible Design is comprised of both 28 CFR 35.151 and the 2004 ADAAG. State and local government facilities must follow the requirements of the 2010 standards, including both the Title II regulations at 28 CFR 35.151 and the 2004 ADAAG at 36 CFR Part 1191. In the few places where requirements between the two differ, the requirements of the 28 CFR 35.151 prevail. Public accommodations and commercial facilities must follow the requirements of the 2010 standards. In the few places where requirements between the two differ, the requirements of 28 CFR Part 36 Subpart D prevail. The purpose of the 2010 ADA Standards for Accessible Design and Guidelines is to minimize compliance burdens on entities that were previously subject to different accessibility standards by harmonizing the ADA's accessibility standards with those that implement the Architecture Barriers Act and with model codes that have been adopted by many states.